All right, so let's go back and solve some more equations for practice. So here, to get all the like terms together, the only like terms are the numbers, this and this. So that means to get rid of that, we have to add 35 to that side, and we have to add 35 to that side. So here we have a negative x, that cancels. Now, this isn't divide, that's just that those were like terms. So, we know that that's what those were. So let's go ahead and erase it anyway, just to make sure we're not thinking that's divide. And so now what we have to do is really take 65 minus 35. So that's 0, that's 3. And so this is going to be a negative 30. Now we have to divide by negative 1 and divide by negative 1. So x equals 30 is our solution. Now, does that make sense? Well, negative 65 equals negative 30 minus 35. Well, that's equal to negative 65, and this is already negative 65, so that does check out as the answer. What about this one? Well, here we have x's here, then numbers over here, and then this number, so let's get rid of this number here. So when we do that, those cancel, so we have negative 20x equals. Now 46 minus 26, well, let's go ahead and write that over here. 46 minus 26. 6 minus 6 is 0. 4 minus 2 is 2. And the larger was negative, so it's going to be a negative 20. Well, that was multiplied by negative 20, so we have to divide by negative 20 to get rid of it. And when we do that, we get x equals 1. Negative 20 divided by negative 20 is 1. Well, let's check. So a negative 20 times 1 plus 46 equals 26. Well, this is negative 20 plus 46. That gives us 26 equals 26. It does check out. All right, so here, this one we can do two ways. We've got, numbers on one side, on the other side as well, and we got variables on both sides. So if we want to have positive x's, how are we going to do that? Well, we're going to subtract x here, and we'll subtract x there. And so that means we have to take that 2 over there, so that means we add 2 here, and we add 2 here. So that cancels that cancels that. Here we have minus 2 plus 2, that's 0. 9 minus 1 is 8x. Well, we want just x. We don't want 8x. So we have to divide by 8. And so x equals 0. Okay. And because 0 parts of a pi are still 0, and so that's our answer. And so what does that say? Well, it says 0 minus 2 equals 9 times 0 minus 2. Well, that's 0. That's 0. Minus 2 equals minus 2. That's correct. All right. Well, now this one is pretty easy to set up because it says, well, we have x's here and here, and we have numbers only here. So let's take that 6x to the other side. So when we do that, those cancel. Here we have minus 8 plus 6 is minus 2x equals 8. Now, to get rid of that, we multiply by negative 2, so we have to divide by a negative 2. And so x equals 8 divided by 2 is 4. Positive divided by negative is a negative. And so our answer should be a negative 4. Now let's check. Negative 8 times negative 4 equals negative 6 times negative 4 plus 8. So that's going to be 32 equals 24 plus 8. Well, 24 plus 8 is 32. So that does check. Okay, let's pause there.